Hello and welcome back. This is Nom Nom, and we are once again in Oxygen Not Included, cycle 713 of the Aridio Mark III map. Yesterday, I was recording the episode where we laddered down to the right side of our Slickster farms and then locked the doors on the left side of our Slickster farms. So we have basically a dedicated airlock for ranching our Slicksters, giving us 3 more Atmos suits basically for dealing with all of the tasks that we have to do down here. These 5 Atmos suits queued up over here now are dedicated to everything minus the Slickster farming. I did notice also that I'm getting a lot of polluted dirt over here, even though the carbon dioxide is 7 kilograms in pressure in some spots over here. Wow. It's a lot of carbon dioxide. Anyways, this still seems to be outgassing, it looks like, polluted oxygen, which I thought it would not do over 1.8 kilograms of pressure, but it is. So I'm thinking of using these auto sweepers that we have here to ship it somewhere where I want it, like maybe down here where I'm trying to grow puffs. Yes, so that was what I was thinking of doing. What have I got there? Slime. I've got polluted dirt being composted here. I actually kind of don't need the dirt, right? So I'd rather have the polluted dirt. I think that's what's in here now, right? Yeah, polluted dirt on a 6. Anyhow, my chat's blowing up. Hang on. Yeah, I don't have a lot of polluted oxygen down here at all. What have we got overlaying here? So this green is the polluted oxygen, not very much at all. I don't really want these anymore. I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct them. And as I was just saying, from cultivatable soil, I have 809 tons of dirt. I don't think I'm needing dirt anymore. I think I'm good. So if I don't compost and I stash all of my polluted dirt in the storage bin, I will be happy. I don't know, I just had polluted dirt in here, did it all out? I don't know what happened. I'm not sure what happened to the polluted dirt. Anyhow, I'm thinking of shipping it via rail down here. I'm producing quite a bit of it, so this sounds like a plan. I'm going to go ahead and queue that up for shipping. Come on, save the game. There you go. I need a conveyor loader. I'll put one there. And what can this thing next to? I'm getting to move this over one. Just right there. Let's that one. And from an automation, from a shipping perspective, use iron. I'm just gonna say move this stuff right there. Conveyor receptacle right there, and we'll just auto sweep it like so. Alright, I just need then one more conveyor loader right here. Power it. It's already powered. Alright, cool. So we'll configure those when that's done. So this is working out really well. I think it's addressed my queued up tasks that I couldn't address down here. Actually, what's happening here? These guys are running out of oxygen. Those first two suits get used all the time. And I don't have an abundance of oxygen coming down here right now. Because I'm out of water. Yes, so let's address this. One of the reasons my base has been so hot is because I've been shipping like 80-degree water through my base and into my electrolyzers. So I decided to take it into some action here to try and address that. And that's what I've got going here. So I have an aqua tuner that is just circulating water, and I have a tank full of water to sort of average out the temperatures. It's taking a while to bring it down though. So I am cooling this giant tank of water, and once I get it down to 20 degrees, I'm going to ship it out to my base. So it's coming down pretty quick. But another 13 degrees, probably another cycle, I'll be shipping water out, which will give me the oxygen I need to not only oxygenate my base, which as you can see is currently being taken over by the carbon dioxide invasion. I turned this on, the carbon skimmer, to fight this crush of carbon dioxide that we've got. And this thing is trying to pump as much carbon dioxide as it can from up here down there. And I decided to build another one, if I can ever finish it. Come on guys, get in here and finish it. To build another one of these things. This should be... 1 second. Yeah. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Looking good. 1 second. Alright, so why aren't you going? So this says if it is above 1,000. There we go. And the game is saving. Alright, something's not right. Taking a look at what I've... Oh. I somehow broke that automation wire. Alright, so we'll do priority 7 on that as well. If they can get in here and dig that out, give me somewhere to pump that and get that door working. There we go. And you guys can sweep this up as well. I would love to pressurize this carbon dioxide. So I'm going to start sequestering carbon dioxide, basically. All right. Work in progress. They will take care of that. This is, yeah, it is powered. It's working. Looking good. Slight edit here. I decided to go ahead and build a second one of these. Just because my CO2 levels were off the chart. So I just used the blueprint and slapped down another one of these guys here. Still need to configure that. Of course, I always click on stuff when the cycle's ending. So we configure this stuff up for 1 second each. And then I need to run some power here. Use the same circuit and same logic, saying if it is above 1,000, then go ahead and run. Doors aren't here yet, clearly. It says unreachable dig, but it shouldn't be. Maybe because they have to stand here and build it there. So I may have bridged. No, they can get across that ladder. I don't know. Yeah, they can build it. Why does it say unreachable dig? I gotta fix that. Anyways, hopefully that'll get built soon. This I can finish up here. I wanted to make sure they could walk across that no matter what I did over here. But this has 200 kilograms of carbon dioxide in it, so I'm sequestering all that CO2. Let's see, my base is doing a little bit better. CO2. CO2 is pushed all the way up into my ranches. I think it's coming back down now. I also decided to seal this off. This used to be mesh tile, and I put a door here. So this pressure up here should be considerably less than this pressure down here. The only place where the base is open then to go up is right here. And that's oxygen over here, so we're good for now. Speaking of oxygen over here, maybe let's make that oxygen. Yes, so that's where we're at. And then over here, this water, big problem for my base heat really was that I was shipping like 86-degree water throughout my base. So I'm now cooling that water and only letting it out when it's above or below 20 degrees. And then here I'm saying if it's below 20, then, or yeah, only if it's above 20, send a green signal to the thermal aqua tuner. So I just got a bypass loop going through an aqua tuner, cooling the water down to at least 20 degrees. And I've got a big reservoir here with water in it at roughly 20 degrees. I'm changing some of those pipes to radiant up here. I'm waiting for that job to finish just so that it cools down this area a little bit more. Puts a little more burden on the aqua tuner, but that's fine. It'll cool that down. This thing here is active in 34 and almost 35 cycles. So yeah, we've run out of water. So there's an issue with that. I could pipe up any kind of water, so maybe I could pipe up some of this water. Oh, actually, I can't pipe up any kind of water. It has to be clean water because I'm not turning it into steam. I'm passing through the aqua tuner. Well, I could clean it, like I'm doing over here, right? And then send it down. I did put a hydro sensor on this oil well pump just because it's clearly under water. Oh, under oil. I have just gobs and gobs and gobs and gobs and gobs of oil. This oil I want to continue on that sour gas boiler project over here, but with the CO2 runaway that I had, I have to address it. And the reason I want the petroleum boiler, or the sour gas boiler rather, is because running this bad boy is why I have such a CO2 problem right now. I had 4 of these running, 2 feeding this one and 2 feeding this one. I've since disabled this one because it only produces 2,000 watts of power, whereas this one produces 3,000 watts of power because I've got it inside the power room. In an attempt to get more power, I'm setting up this power room over here, which is still under construction. This power room over here, the idea being, let me slap some doors on here. Oh, already got one down there. The idea being that this room will be able to house 4 natural gas generators that are tuned. So they should produce 1,200 watts of power and produce a lot less CO2 than their petroleum generator counterpart. So these guys each produce, if I got this correctly, like just a fraction. They produce 22.5 grams of carbon dioxide. So 3 of them, which is tuned, 3,600, which is more than a tuned generator, produce 67.5 CO2, and this thing produces 500. So they're like 12%. Of the amount of carbon dioxide. So much more efficient in terms of just spamming my base with CO2. So I already have the heavy watt wire over here, so it's going to be fairly easy for me to just slap down a heavy watt joint plate here and wire everything up. I'll actually be doing a lot less wire if I just do this, right? Then I can do another heavy watt joint plate here. Yep, okay, so this room's gonna get hot, so I'll have to figure out something to cool it down, and that's fine. I will double cross that bridge when I come to it. And then we gotta pipe in the gases, of course. We'll do some insulated pipe. I can bring it in from over here. Let's see. Where do I want to take it? So it goes. Alright, I just want to split it from there. So I'm going to turn those into real tile. Turn those into real tile. I'm gonna see if I can dig that up from the angle. I need to put a tile there. And then we can run this pipe over here. In with the gas. And then out with the CO2. Like so. The CO2, I'm not sure what to do with it right now. Feeding this over to my slicksters. I guess I could do the same. I'll just feed it over to the slicksters. So that will need to go. I guess it doesn't matter how I do it. Just needs to get over to here. I missed a spot. Look at that right there. That needs to be sealed up. Still letting my carbon dioxide out. Gotta seal that stuff up. Oh yeah, pressure's coming way down up here. CO2 pressure's coming way down. Oxygen pressure is only at 1400. Because of my water problems, when I was working on this system, I wasn't sending any water over, and I actually ran low on oxygen for a while. Okay, they're working on that. Good. I need a CO2 solution still. So this, we're just going to send it straight over here. We'll just do like that. This will need to turn into real tile. Not a big deal. We'll just go like that. And I think I'm going to move this over here. So I can put that ladder where I really want it. Looks good. Now they just need to finish this generator room, and they need to sweep out all this stuff that's down here. Oh, looks like I was able to build that pipe. They should be able to get that one once they dig up this one. So they can build that pipe once they get rid of that, and then I don't need to worry about trying to get rid of that abyssal. Awesome. We can sweep all that up too. And I don't think there's much to sweep up in here, but we'll sweep it up. Okay. I think we've like emergency managed most of the big things, and we should really have eliminated one of the biggest heat inputs into the base, which has been this water. Now that I'm out of water, that's going to be a whole nother problem. I've got this hot water over here. I should probably do something very similar. Game save. Okay, I should do something very similar over here, where I'm going to take this salt water, desalinate it, cool it, ship it out. And I could do that right here. Yet another steam turbine. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start prepping that up. So we'll do some insulated tile. Has to be, for the steam turbine, it has to be 5. I'm going to want it insulated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Something like that. this like so. We'll get rid of that as well. Put a ladder in there to work. And looking good. And this thing, ultimately, I don't think I'm going to need it, really. So I might tear this thing out. It's currently not even powered. But with this other cooling loop that I've got in here, and the fact that I've got steel and plastic, I really don't need this. So it'll be a little bit of a mess to get rid of it, but I probably will do that. For now, it's not hurting anything. It's all behind insulated tile. I'll leave it. Okay, oxygen looks good. All my Atmos suits are full up again. I was running low for a while there. And I also had an idea about this nosh beans here. So the nosh beans take ethanol, which I'm sort of pre-chilling right here by having these two radiant pipes right next to each other. But if a nosh bean is in the wild, it does take... Oh, wow. I did not realize that it took 84 cycles for a nosh bean in the wild. Holy cow. So I had this idea for a wild nosh sprout farm. And the idea being basically what I'm doing here, where I'm running a chilled pipe. But what I could do is I could build a trough, fill it with water, freeze the water so that there were natural ice tiles, blocks of ice, and then seed it with pip to plant the nosh sprouts on the ice. So the only challenge is that 84 cycles, man, I didn't realize it was 4 times as long. Not all 4 times as long. 37 point. Oh, did they up the wild growth? I think they increased the wild growth life cycle when they introduced pips. Because this is 1/4 also. How about this guy? 8 and 2, 1/4. Man, I always thought it was half. 18 and 4.5. Wow. Okay. Did I miss something? I don't know. Guys, tell me if I missed something. Has this been this way and I just had it in my head wrong? It's possible. A lot of things are possible. Alright, what temperature is this? 42. It's coming down. It's coming down. These are growing. That's good. I do have plenty of wood. I mean, if I have so many trees. Early game, I made sure to plant a lot of trees with pips. And the net result is I have 37,000 lumber. And that's with all these tanks of ethanol. I don't even know how much ethanol that is. It's a lot. Of course, I've been feeding it to my nosh sprouts, so... How much do they eat a turn? 20 kilograms a cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 20... 140 kilograms a cycle of ethanol? Holy cow. I'm sorry, 140 kilograms... Yeah, a cycle. And these make how much? 500 grams a second. Alright, so one of these can easily feed all of that, but... Yikes. Alright, I'm gonna bleed this ethanol into those tanks. Just like so. Since that generator's turned off anyways, I might as well feed that ethanol out. Oh, it's just going to back up again because it's going in both directions, unless I do that. There we go. I should feed to this generator. So, yeah, wow. I didn't realize they were using so much ethanol. But if you take a look at what they do for food, they do amazing things for food. Go ahead and pause it, otherwise this thing resets all the time. Spicy tofu. Well, first of all, tofu, +4, not a big deal. Spicy tofu plus 16. And I have no spicy tofu right now. Huh. That's interesting. Am I out of nosh bean sprouts? Is that the problem? Cooking ingredients. I guess they're seeds. Nosh beans. I'm out of nosh beans. I need a bigger farm. At 21 cycles, though, that's a... Man. All right. Well, I guess there's a reason they're the high-end food. They're hard to grow. But holy cow. So if I had a farm 4 times this size. 2, 4, 6, 7. So if I had 28 of these, then it would produce as much nosh bean as this. Effectively, just for the cost of keeping the room cold. I really want to do it. I don't know where I'll do it. I guess I could do it here and then move my planned power station over. I've got the room to move it over. I think I might do it because it sounds like fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. I might do that. I might set up a big farm over here with natural nosh bean. So this has an effect on crops grown within the same station. Increase plant growth rates, but by how much? Does it say how much? Database not found. Arrgh. By how much? All right, let's see here. Do any of these have farmer's touch? No, because I'm out of fertilizer. Oh, dang. Okay. And for fertilizer, I need polluted water and a bunch of other stuff. So many things I'm letting slip. Working on these projects, these side projects. All right, well, I needed to handle that water issue. Man, there's so many issues I need to handle right now. All right, let's get this up and running. Oh, it is up and running. It was up and running? It is up and running, but it's backed up. It's actually good that it's backed up because I have no automation on there. I am going to put a smart battery. Smart battery right here. I'm going to put it right there. And the reason I'm doing that is because that's just one block of heavy watt wire as opposed to all the blocks of heavy watt wire it would take to do that. And then I can automate with iron. Yes, thank you. Like so. Oh, sorry, dupes. I know I'm asking a lot. I can get rid of this water lock over here now that I've got this done. And I can mop up this water for whatever good that does me. And at least then I can put my ladder back where it belongs. I had built it, and then I built it out of the wrong materials. So I had to go back in there and turn the thermal aqua tuner into steel. And so I had to get back in there, hence the water lock just kind of slapped onto the side of the base. All right, how are we doing on CO2 up here? 1200, that's not bad. I think it was 1400 before. Definitely coming down. How are we on algae? 7 tons. This is my only algae terrarium, but it's doing its thing. These guys are running because this is over 5. Oh, it's occasionally below 500 because the carbon dioxide. Oh well. I'll just leave those for now. They can run periodically. Adding a little bit of chlorine, but whatever. Not like this base hasn't seen chlorine in the past. I'm just spewing it out here. I never finished this, so this needs to be just like that. So hopefully they'll get in there and do that, actually closing this thing in. I can actually combine those two. It doesn't hurt anything. Once I get a door on here, I can cut that wall out, that sedimentary rock. It also doesn't hurt anything to have them separate. Except there's no pump in this one. Just feeding it through. This thing's been running for a while now, doing absolutely nothing. Oh well. The pressure over here is low. I just need this CO2 to drift over here. But I'll be pulling a vacuum over here, so that works. Alright, well I think that's enough chaos for one episode here. Looks like everything over here is wired up. Except for this. So once we get this done, we'll wrap up the episode. I'm going to put a bridge there. Go ahead and prioritize that at 7. And we can get rid of this stuff too. Bye, bye, bye. Let's get rid of that tile. Get rid of that tile. Bring back some ladders. And then we can get rid of this tile. All these ladders here. Oh, fine, I'll wait. Seriously? Just deconstruct. It's easy. Come on, my dupes. You guys are trying me. You'd rather sweep stuff up than finish building stuff. I don't understand where you're coming from. Alright, that should be good. And I think I can bring this up 1 now. Yep, okay. Alright, so we have our water chiller here that is out of water to chill. I will definitely need to address that soon, or I will be... Oh, look, I'm out of water. Yes, Oh, boy. Does that not flow back? So this water will never flow over here. Might have to do something about that. Huh. I don't like it, but it's either that or I run out of oxygen. So we'll get that squared away. It's going to be hot water. Again, this will, in the very near future, be a water cooling, chilling tank. Lots to do. But the heat, which we've, for being on the Aridio map, the hot map, I've ignored heat for a long time, and it really, it'll kill you in the early game and it'll kill you in the late game. But man, all right, it is what it is. Oh, I wanted to mention also, I found another vent over here. I haven't had time to go excavate and see what it is, but we've got some kind of other vent over here that I have a task queued up to go check out. All right, well, we will address some of this other stuff, feeding this some water, cooling this water down. And this should be up and running now. Yeah, so we'll address this stuff on the next episode of Oxygen Not Included. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. This is Nom Nom. Until next time, I'm signing out.